All right, we'll turn it over to you guys for your questions.
Sean, with John out, how do you plan on filling his gap on the offensive line?
Yeah, we'll see. I'm still going to look at it today and talk about it. We've got good depth options there, so I'll just see how it looks today.
Do you anticipate just a plug-and-play with maybe one guy at his left guard spot, or could it be a domino effect?
Again, all those things we're still working through here. So John got hurt during the week here, so just still working through all that. Same with the safety position and with Jordan being out.
With Jordan being out, Jaquan's a guy that, you guys have really liked on special teams. This could potentially be the first look at him in a big game action. How much confidence do you guys have in him?
Yeah, a lot of confidence. Same thing with the offensive line. A lot of confidence in the depth on our football team, and injuries happen, so it's an opportunity for a guy to step up and show us what he has.
Coach, I know he's only gotten tackle eligible work for the most part, but Spencer Brown just, now 3 weeks in, I realize it's a short time window here, but just what he's done in his 3 regular season appearances, how he's kind of come along. And I know practice evaluation counts too in that.
Yeah, Spencer's done a good job. He's off to a good start. I can just tell you, being a rookie in this league is not easy, and there's going to be highs and lows, and I think you just got to stay with that growth mindset and stay hungry and continue to learn every week.
When did Taron Johnson's injury occur? Was it during the practice, or was it something that came through from the game?
I think, I don't know that exactly, Joe, that part, but it came to my attention in particular the last day or two. So.
Had 3 games now of film to evaluate. How would you say Daryl Williams has performed so far this year?
I think he's done some really good things. He's played at a high level. I think collectively our offensive line has had some of those good moments and some of those moments that we just continue to learn from, always trying to get better and improve.
He's mentioned in the past, do you feel that he appears most comfortable at the right tackle position? I know that's where he played all of last year, and I know he did some moving around in Carolina. Do you feel that you've seen the best of him at right tackle?
Well, I think he's played good there, last year and some of this year, and he has played both positions, so that gives us some flexibility, and I think Daryl's in a good spot.
Sean McCoy announced his retirement earlier this week.
Yeah.
Just speak on what kind of player he was here and what leadership he brought to this team.
Yeah, just an honor to be around him in Philadelphia, and then an honor to be around him in a different capacity, of course, for me here in Buffalo, and get to know him even a little bit more there. And just one of the great players to play our game. Certainly made his mark. I'm sure he's a future Hall of Famer, and I'm just excited about and happy for him and his family. It's a job well done on a great career, and sorry to see him go. The game will miss his style of running. I don't want to say unique, but very few have run and used his style that he had success with. So again, congratulations.
Kind of on that style of running, Micah Hyde was saying yesterday that there would be times maybe looking at film after playing him and coaches would just be like, well, he's going to do that. There's nothing we can say. Yeah. How often does that happen with a player in the NFL, that when you look at film, you just kind of are like, that's it?
Well, as coaches, we try not to let that happen a whole lot. You always want to have a good answer or hopefully have a good solution. But Micah's right. There were times where you're just saying, yeah, he got us right there, whether it's practice when I was here with them or going against them when he was in Philadelphia or here. So the great ones tend to sometimes make coaches not have all the words or all the answers.
Sean, as a pass rusher specifically, what have you seen from Ed Oliver through to this point in the season, and is there room for growth there?
Yeah, I would say the same with our entire line, Joe. We continue to figure out who we are as a team, especially through these first 4 games and probably moving forward a little bit even. So there's growth there. Not all of it's been, I'm sure, the way he wants it to be to this point, or we need it to be. And so I'm looking forward and excited about watching this week to see how he plays and how he grows from last week.
Jordan really hasn't missed much time at all since you've coached him. What do you lose by not having him on the field?
Yeah, we're going to miss Jordan. But again, it's an opportunity for someone else to step in and show us what they've got. So this is how the ebbs and flows of the season go. And this is one of those moments you got to hang together. And we've got a number of guys out. So, we'll be tested that way.
I was just going to say, how close is Dion back to where, because it was obviously a huge offseason and all of that stuff that happened, but how far has he come since once you finally got him in-house here?
I felt last week was his best week of the season to this point, and there's still better football out there, and that ability to understand that and remain hungry and keep driving towards that goal will be important for him this season.
It's hard to evaluate guys unless you have the tape to go off of. Just in practice in the preseason, what have you seen from Jaquan Johnson?
Well, it's been a couple of years too, not just practice and preseason, but he works hard. He has instincts, and he's well liked back there and well respected. So those guys trust him. So he does a really good job on special teams. That's been his part that he's played.
Obviously, you don't want to go into a game without Jordan, but it's part of you excited to see what Jaquan can do in a actual non-Week 17 regular season game?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see whether it's him or DeMar and Josh Thomas there. A lot of confidence in all three of those guys.
Last one for me. Davis Mills, you were talking about his toughness.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, they're probably game planning to get the ball out of his hands quickly. You've seen that probably on tape the last two days. Against him, how important is Tremaine Edmonds at that second level, in coverage?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's got to be all hands on deck. It's a team effort. Rush and coverage have to work together. If they're getting the ball out fast, then we've got to get our hands up in order to affect the quarterback. So he's off to a really good start, and appears very smart. He's won a lot of games, and I've been very impressed so far. So.